All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with long distance track coach from Chelsea High School, Sam.
Yep.
Thank you for doing this with me.
No problem.
So, I know I asked you this before. So, how long have you been the coach here?
This is my fifth year at Chelsea, and I've been coaching distance for about 4 years now.
And have you been coaching anywhere else before this?
No, I ran in college and knew it was something I wanted to be a part of, so I ended up heading into this. I don't have my key on me. I'm sorry, dude. Very unscripted.
Which college did you go to? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I ran at Occidental College, D3. Yeah.
All right, I'm at a D3 college team myself. I play on the rugby team.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Very painful.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, almost broke my back twice.
Yikes, yeah. Less of an issue in distance running. This is true.
Except then the threat is puking.
Fair, puking and some stress-related injuries, but definitely no back breakage. That's for sure.
So since have you seen so how's the program been going since you've been here? Like, has it been like building up, or kind of like you're trying to gain people don't know about your program enough to really be interested in it?
Yeah, I think we've been trying to develop more of almost like a college-related training program here. I know that we implement, especially in the distance team, a lot more weight training than you would expect from a high school program, but I think it's really important that especially we have kids who come into running without a lot of athletic background, and when you have that, you need to build up a foundation of strength and stability to do the sport of running, because most people start running and immediately get injured. So
it's not a good transition.
It's not a good transition going from nothing to running. So we really try to build it up that way, and I think our focus is to try to build agency in them like a college or professional athlete. You have to understand how your body's feeling and know what you're capable of, and that's what we're trying to build into the program with the kids. So trying to build in popularity, and having new tracks certainly helps too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Is there, between the programs like baseball, football, is there a bit of overlay? Do some of them do track as well to stay in shape and stuff?
Not as much as we would like here. That's something we're working on. I know Coach Jackson for the football team is really trying to get football players to do track more. I think something you've noticed from successful track programs anywhere in the country is that kids who play soccer or football will usually do track at some point during the year to stay in shape. And we don't have as much of that as we would like, but we're working on that.
Is there any plans to maybe improve, in terms of how you schedule track meets, and maybe better facilities with more schools to get more exposure and more competition for your athletes?
Yeah, we try to get them. I think we're pretty fortunate having the new track and having the equipment we do in the weight room. I think is really better than a lot of schools have, to be honest. We try to get to invites when we can to get kids more of that exposure to kind of higher level competition they might get within conference. But with a sport like running, so much of it just takes time. We get a lot of freshmen, sophomores this year. We just have to work a lot, and we might not see results this year, but hoping the next year or two we'll see some kids be more competitive at the state level.
Yeah. How many out of percentage since you've been here, how many of them do go on to do college?
College sports, or just go to college in general?
I guess a little bit of both, out of curiosity.
Yeah, I want to say in terms of going to college, probably 95% or so is the number, I believe. In terms of competing in college, that's tougher. I think we've had a few D1 level athletes, and some kids that compete at the D3 level, but I think we're still growing as a program and growing to have kids compete at that next level as well.
All right. A curiosity question. When you started track, would you say that its popularity was higher or lower when you started compared to now?
It started with the pandemic in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I would say right now we're on the upswing again because we have much more younger kids involved with the program. I think it's hard to tell with last year, just like so many people are afraid to compete or whatever. But this year
Due to the pandemic?
Yeah, due to the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think just like having that year off from even just any kind of training, I think a lot of people struggle to get back into it. So I think a lot of kids took last year off. But our program is probably the biggest distance team that I've seen in a while, and probably just the biggest track team we've had in a couple of years too. So I think we're trending upwards, is what I would say.
And in terms of the biggest, like, is that like 20, 30 kids?
More than probably in the 40 to 50 range right now in terms of total track kids. In terms of distance team, around like 25 for distance runners alone. So I'm very happy that our distance team tends to carry us during track meets.
I can imagine.
Yes, so I'm very happy with that, and a lot of young kids too. That's like the biggest thing, is that you're not graduating off anymore.
This is part of the video where I usually like to, is there any questions I haven't asked that you kind of would like to highlight?
No, I think you covered like a lot of comprehensive stuff, so I think that's good.
All right, I'll do a couple more questions, and then we can skedaddle in words.
Sure. Yeah.
Man, it's like hard to think of certain things we haven't gone over, because this has been very enriching. Oh, is there a girls team and boys team here at the high school, or is it kind of mixed?
I mean, they do compete separately, but we train together.
Okay. I was just curious.
So yeah. I know, like when I was in high school, we had separate boys and girls coaches, but here we just train everyone together. Just like make sure that we differentiate enough that like people are getting the work that they need and not being overworked or underworked or whatever.
Yeah, I was wondering, because that's the same thing back at Stoneham, is that we would have the same coach who train the girls, and because it's like the coaches. I mean, what's the difference? It's just boy. The only difference is one side's girls and one side's boys. I mean, you get paid a little extra, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the pay is that much different if there were more coaches, but I mean, maybe that's the case. But I think our team is small enough that we can like have a network of 3 to 5 coaches that work in and out, that we give all the kids the attention that they need, and I think it's good to have that integration in general. Just like everyone knows each other, builds that community. I think part of doing something like track is having fun. So I think that's something we try to do, and I think kids are out here because they enjoy it. So I think that's something we try to build into the program as well.
Very good. So my last question is, this coming track season, if it hasn't already started, because I mean I'm still kind of lost.
Yeah, it just started last week for us. Yeah.
So, what are your expectations for this track season?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just looking for leaps from people. It's hard to train during indoor with the snow being everywhere, and it's icy and it's really cold. So I'm really hoping to see a lot of improvement from people going into outdoor. There are a few people that can qualify for states. We're hoping that they can do that and perform well there. But we're just looking for growth from everyone. I think that's like the main thing I'll be happy with.
All right. Thank you for this interview. Again, this was Sam, the long-distance track coach here at Chelsea High School. Doing a very good job, sir.
Awesome.
Thanks again for doing this.
Appreciate it.